The body of Captain Reginald Courtney Underwood arrived at Dover Air Force Base at midnight, March 12, 1991. He had been shot down over Safwan, Iraq on the last day of the Gulf War. It was cold and clear as they unloaded his remains onto the tarmac. There was no fanfare, no grateful public, and no press. Underwood had been escorted by his close friend, Major Ben Hancock. It was just Hancock and a few airmen to quietly and respectfully welcome back this fallen hero to American soil. 6 days later, he would be laid to rest in his hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. He left behind a wife, Donda, and a 5-month-old daughter, Anne, a daughter that he never got to meet. While this would have been the end of the story for so many, it was not for this Kentuckian. Reginald Underwood had led a life where he inspired others, and even after his death, he continued to do so. Reginald Courtney Underwood was born to parents Shirley and Patricia Underwood on August 2, 1957 in Lexington. He attended Lexington schools, including Clays Mill Elementary, Jesse Clark Jr., and Tates Creek High School, where he graduated in 1975. He spent a year at Western Kentucky University before transferring to the University of Kentucky, where he graduated. He learned at a young age that it was better to be a good person and to help others. He believed that you need to show people that you care. When he walked into a room, it was not, "What can you do for me?" but "How can I be of help to you?" His friends knew and trusted him because of his honesty and sincerity. They would say of him, he was kind, funny, adventurous, and always up for a good challenge. He was always up to something, and it was always something good. His friends looked up to him. They always knew that he had their back and would be honest with them. And because of that, he earned their loyalty and trust. Reg always strove to be the best at what he was doing, whether it was his studies, sports, or his newfound passion, flying. He had discovered the joys of flying and had obtained his private pilot's license during his teenage years. He joined the Marine Corps after graduating from UK and went through primary flight training at Naval Air Station, Whiting Field, Florida, and then jet training at NAS Meridian, Mississippi. It was there that Reg was selected to fly the AV-8B Harrier. The Harrier was a challenge, and you could not fly it unless you were at the top of your class. And as usual, Reg was at the top of his class. While at Meridian, he met a young lady named Donda, and they were married after Reg graduated. She became his next passion. He would do anything to spend more time with her. He considered every hour that he could spend with her precious. They would talk about their lives together. He even talked about becoming a minister after his service with the Marines. Underwood was a man of principle. While sometimes quiet and shy, he was not hesitant to share his beliefs and was always ready to fight for what was right. For that, his fellow soldiers gave their loyalty and trust to him. After completion of training, he was assigned to VMA 331, the Bumblebees, aka the Killer Bees, based at MCAS Cherry Point, North Carolina. In August 1990, with the on-site tensions in the Middle East, VMA 331 was rapidly deployed to Southwest Asia on board the USS Nassau in support of Operation Desert Shield. Now deployed, he was still deeply involved to his family and to Kentucky. Donda would help by sending videos of Kentucky basketball. Reg would watch every minute. His fellow Marines would joke that if Donda sent it, he would look at a video of an empty Rupp Arena. Underwood loved to fly, and he strove to be the very best during these difficult times. He had an excellent reputation and earned every tactical qualification that was possible in Marine aviation. On 17 January 1991, Operation Desert Shield became Operation Desert Storm, and his squadron flew combat missions from the Nassau. He flew 9 combat missions before his last one. Underwood died on the final day of the Persian Gulf War when his AV-8B was hit by a heat-seeking Iraqi surface-to-air missile. He was the very last Marine jet pilot to be shot down and killed in action by enemy fire. He made the lives of the Marines he served with better and was a great example of character, work ethic, and devotion to family. Even after his death, he continued to inspire new generations to serve through his example of dedication to aviation and to service to his country. His ties to his Kentucky home, specifically Lexington, led to the local Young Marines Unit to be named in his honor. The Lexington Young Marines Unit was officially stood up in 1998. The Young Marines program is a youth education and service program for boys and girls ages 8 through the completion of high school. The units are community-based programs led by volunteer adults, many active, reserve, or former Marines that live in the local community. When he was finally laid to rest, the whole community mourned the loss of a father, a friend, and a dedicated Marine. It is therefore fitting that Captain Reginald Courtney Underwood be enshrined into the official Aviation Hall of Fame of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.